Okay, let's do some stuff with list management. Putting things in lists, clearing lists, and so on. So to put something in lists, you will go to the Stat key, which is right in the middle here. Click it, and the very first entry there is Edit, and that's the one you want, so just click Enter. And you can see there are several lists here, list L1, L2, L3. We'll only ever use L1 and L2, and mostly L1. To put numbers in a list, you can move back and forth between the lists with the arrow keys here. To put numbers in a list, you go to it and you just start putting them in. Let's so 8.2 and enter, 5.1, enter, 3.7, and you could also hit the down arrow key and that would enter it. Negative 1.77, 2.16, and so on. You don't have to do anything more. There's no save button or anything. Once you've entered something into a list, it's there until you get rid of it. Right? If I go somewhere else, right, and I find the log of 8, okay, clear, and I go back to that list, all my data is still there. Okay, I'm going to go put some stuff in list L2 so that I can show you a dumb mistake. Okay, so 8, 3.1, negative 3.2, and so. Okay, here's how I would go about deleting everything in this list, clearing this entire list if I wanted to do it wrong. I would go all the way up to the list header. See, I arrow up right past the first data entry, right up to the list header, list L2, and then I would hit the delete key. And sure enough, the data is gone, but in fact, the whole list is gone. I've lost the list as well. Now I can get it back. The way I get it back is to hit Stat, and then go down to Setup Editor, the 5th entry there, and hit Enter. And then hit Enter again. And then, when I go back to Stat and the Edit key, you'll see that list L1 is there. And it came back with all of its entries. It doesn't have to come back with all of its entries, right? We just got lucky. Here's how I would clear the list if I were smart about it. I would go all the way up to the list header, and I would hit Clear, and then Enter. And that will clear the list without deleting a whole list. All right, one more thing. Suppose you want to change a list entry. I want to change this 3.7. I realized I put in the wrong value. I meant to put in 3.6. You just go there, put in 3.6, enter, and it replaces the entry that was there. And that, I think, is all you really need to know about managing lists.